A gondolier song by Joanna Kinkel, who was a trailblazer in the 19th century, bullied her second husband into becoming a political radical. When he got thrown in jail for it, she felt bad, so she broke him out. Here's some clarinet for you. Zoe.
I need help.
I'm on air.
It's an emergency.
Okay.
It's my kids. They keep listening to the same stuff over and over again, and I just want to take Mary and her lamb.
It's okay. We can sort this out. I can give you 4 minutes right now.
Okay, is that enough time to fix my playlist?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Have you tried Peter and the Wolf?
No.
Well, let's start there. They learn the instruments in the orchestra. Bassoon's the grandpa. Horns of the wolf. The duck is played by an oboe.
Okay, great. What's next?
We should have a look at Belle Chen, a Taiwanese-Australian pianist and composer. She improvises just straight up beautiful classical piano chill. Or you might hear her opening up the piano and what they call in classical music preparing it. So she might attach things to certain strings and jam bits and pieces in there. You know, some people think it's defiling the piano. You could jam in some cardboard or some screws and it would make the strings sound different when you hit the keys.
Yeah, it does sound kind of like what my kids would do if I let them near a piano.
That's right. They're probably preparing the piano at home as we speak, Zoe. Ready for them to just play music like Belle Chen.
So if I do see a kid shoving a pair of pliers into a piano, I shouldn't be like...
They're an artist, let them be. It's avant-garde.
All right, if you say so. Okay, so I got Peter and the Wolf, I got Belle Chen. I'm gonna need more.
Alice Tegner. Now look, I don't think you're Swedish. I'm not Swedish, but I understand that if you are Swedish, you know this musician. She seems to have basically been a Swedish musical Dr. Seuss. And when she moved to a new, sleepy Swedish rural village, one of the first things she did was set up a kids' choir, and then she needed to write them nursery rhymes to sing. And while they are in Swedish, they're very fun listening with kids because they don't, maybe like my kid can't even speak. So, you know, it doesn't matter if it's hearing songs in English or Swedish.
What is it about classical music that is, for want of a better way to ask the question, not annoying?
I mean, look, I think that depends on what classical piece you're listening to. Some people might find certain pieces by Ravel that feature the saxophone and a snare drum going on, called bolero, quite annoying. But for the most part, I think it's less annoying because there's no catchy hook like a pop song that is going to get stuck in your head on repeat and drive you absolutely up the wall. It's less predictable to follow, and that's why it's less annoying.
And why do you think kids like it?
You know, there's a lot of different tone, colour and texture in classical instruments and how you can paint a scene. You know, some of these works are beautifully what they call programmatic. They'll take you on a beautiful picnic down a river one day and you can really sit there with kids and pick out, oh, there's the sound of a butterfly fluttering past. There's an ant eating my bread in our picnic. I think that it's the open, imaginative sound of classical music, which is why kids love it.
Anything else for my playlist?
Well, do your kids like to dance, Zoe?
That would be a yes.
It's a hard yes with your kids, isn't it? So they should definitely try the music of Florence Price. This is a North American composer of symphonies, a lot of orchestral works, but all of her music has this dancing quality to it. I would specifically recommend her Dances in the Canebrake. The first one is called Nimble Feet. You know, you've got a Fred Astaire tap dance going on. The second one, sort of swaying in the heat on a balmy evening. Third one, if your kids have a lot of sass, which I understand yours do.
No idea where they got that from.
Absolutely no idea. A strut on point to Silk Hat and Walking Cane.
Oh my God, thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge
welcome.
and wisdom. I really appreciate it. There's just one tiny thing. I didn't take any notes whatsoever.
Great.
Can you just like whack up a whole playlist for us?
You came very prepared, didn't you, Zoe? I do have an entire playlist, and you'll never run out of this music. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of years worth of music and hundreds of hours worth of listening.
Just really quickly, I've got one more question. Do you know how to get blue tack out of hair?
No, that's not my department. Try the art department around there.
art department. I'll go to the art. Ciao. Have a great
Bye,
show.
Zoe.
Good luck, sugars.
That was some beautiful clarinet.